Hello, 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 everybody. There we go. Okay, we are now live. Well, not yet. TikTok is catching up with us. So there's a drag for whatever reason on TikTok. I'm not sure why, but hey, y'all, how y'all doing? We are live. We've got YouTube right here, Facebook right here, and TikTok right over here. I want to welcome all of y'all, and I hope everybody's having a beautiful Saturday. So I am here to talk to y'all about making change. So the tag, I guess that's what you call it. I called this particular one, Let's Talk About Control. And that's exactly what I'm wanting to talk to all of y'all. Hey, cousin Dana. That's what I want to talk to everybody about tonight. For anybody who's been watching any of my content or been viewing any of my content for the last little while, you know that I have started my own online business. I needed a way to make extra income. I actually retire in 2 years, and I do not intend to go to Walmart or go to Belk or any um, fast food place. Hello there, broken. To make additional income because right now, hey, love, I love you, mwah. Because right now the salary that I am bringing in, I am so grateful for. I am thankful for because it took me 32 years to earn a salary where I didn't need to make extra income, where I did not have to find some kind of way outside of my regular 9 to 5 to bring in money. I always needed extra income. The money I brought in from my 9 to 5 was never enough. So I needed side hustles. From 1991 until 2023, I had 17 different side hustles, and none of them got me ahead. They only pissed me off even more. Hey, Uncle, I'm sorry, Brother Skippy. Hey, darling. They literally only pissed me off more because they never got me ahead. I always, even though I had those side hustles, and y'all, I'm talking about medical transcriptionist. Hello there, Dallas Hottie. I always had like I was saying, I'm sorry, y'all, medical transcriptionist. I did door-to-door sales. I did telemarketing. I sold picture frames. I did Mary Kay. I did other forms of MLM, network marketing. There was always some kind of hustle in my life because my regular 9 to 5 never paid me enough just to handle the bills I was trying to cover. And y'all, I was not living an extravagant life. Hey there, Jay. I was not living an extravagant life. All I was trying to do is cover my basic expenses. That is literally it. Was not trying to keep up with the Joneses or do anything. I was a mom trying to raise two girls. Now, while I was married, even with two incomes in the house, we still couldn't cover the basic standard of living. Y'all know if y'all had children, you know daycare is no joke. So, of course, our girls, thank God, did not go to daycare until they turned 2 because Betty Rogers did not believe in her great grandchildren going anywhere where they could not talk and tell what was happening. So, Mama kept my girls until they were 2, then they went to daycare. That was an expense. Even though we had the babies, I had no idea how much daycare was. So just trying to buy food for a family of 4, keeping them in daycare. Thank God for my grandparents and my mom. They picked up the slack like nobody's business. I didn't have to worry about that. But at the same time, I was a grown woman with my own family. Hey, Gertrude, a grown woman with my own family trying to make our way. And yes, mama and daddy, they were always my safety net. But I needed to get out. You know it, baby. I had to get out of the mindset of knowing that mama and daddy always had me. I needed to be in the mindset of earning my own. Hey there, Kelly Louise. Hey there. Thank y'all for joining me. I am so glad to have you. Hey, Ronell Lowy. I can't see exactly. And Rocky, thank y'all for joining me over there in TikTok land. But I want to get on here and share with y'all how I broke away from that struggle. And when I tell you, hey, Art Ricky, when I tell you, and Joyce, I broke away from that struggle. I did it. And God dropped it in my lap. I literally had been looking for a way since 2022 to earn extra income. And yes, I did not want to with my other 17 side hustles. I always had to clock out from my 9 to 5 and then go clock in somewhere else. Y'all, I'm old. I was not trying to live that life. Beside the fact, I didn't want to be driving from here to there. So saw that so many people were making money online. But I know I was not equipped to be a content creator. I never wanted to be a content creator. What I wanted was some extra money. That was bottom line, to get it by any means necessary. As long as it was legal, I was willing to do it. So I'm watching three content creators online, just trying to figure out what is it that they're doing. Hey, Gina, and Lama and Dale. Hey, y'all, thank you for joining me this evening. I was trying to figure out, how is it so many people are making money online? And I don't know if y'all had gotten into the headspace like I did, but heard so much about digital products, nothing about digital marketing. I heard so much about digital products. So the three content creators I started watching in 2022, they were talking about digital products. So I'd show up every day like the student that I was trying to be, making notes. Hey there, innocent. Um, I can't, y'all were going too fast. But hey, everybody who's joining me in TikTok, I appreciate y'all. Just hang out with me. If you have questions, drop them in the comments, and I promise you I will answer. Hey, Mo Pappy, I will answer whatever your questions are. But like I said, trying to follow three content creators online, figuring out what they were doing to create digital products. How in the world were they making so much money? One girl said she left a corporate job that she had been in for 20 years. That is Libria Jones. She was talking about betting on herself because she knew there was something more in her than punching a clock for somebody else, making somebody else wealthy. So she took the opportunity to bet on herself. Once she got into making these digital products, other doors started being opened, and she just walked through them beautifully, and was able to create additional streams of income. So I'm like, shoot, I'm smart. I can pick this up. I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it. I've always had confidence in myself, and I knew that I was made for more. Again, love my job. I adore my job. I love the people that I work with, but it was not enough. When I left my grandparents' home in 1987, and well, no, I'm sorry, I didn't leave in 1987. I left in 1991. That is when I got a first taste of the struggle. I never ever had heard mom and daddy talk about bills. They didn't talk about not having enough. They didn't talk about having to sell this or sell that in order to make ends meet. Hey there, Nika. Mwah. They did not go through any of that. So I knew nothing about the struggle. And when I realized, when I brought my first child into this world in 98, and I'm like, oh, this is what I prayed for. This is what I've lived for since I was 7 years old. I always wanted to be a mommy, but y'all, did not even think about what all came with being a mommy. So I was not ready. I was not ready. I was ready to have the baby. I was not ready to go through life with the baby and provide for the baby like I had to. And like I said, then there were two of us in this household, two of us bringing in money, and it still wasn't enough. So yeah, I started looking for the side hustles literally in 1991 when I moved out from mama's house, and I told y'all what I've done. But if anybody is just now jumping on and you're new here, you have no idea who I am. My name is Sandra, and I have a sheer commitment to help women. Now, I'm going to serve everybody, but my laser focus is for women, to teach them how to build income outside of that one paycheck. And I tell you exactly why I did it, because I know what that struggle feels like. I know what it is to be broken by stress and overwhelmed due to financial troubles, not having enough, not being able to make ends meet, because I thought I was superwoman and whatever was coming my way, I thought I could handle it. It put me in the hospital for 4 days. I was on medication for depression and anxiety just because my finances were way too thin to carry the life I was trying to carry. And again, that was just for the basic standard of living. So if anybody has found themselves in that same position, me having financial struggles changed my entire personality. There were days my babies didn't even want to be around me because they didn't know which mama they were getting ready to encounter on a daily basis. Here I am trying to keep everything together. And because I couldn't, because I could not provide my children the same amount of stability I had growing up, of course, I'm going to take it out on the people closest to me. Those were my babies. And I don't blame them. There are years, days, months that I can't even remember because of the behavior I was caught up in back then due to financial stress. I did not even recognize myself. Hey there, Yvonne. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, I can't see that you're mixing in with my white shirt. So, Nopra, I think. Hey there, y'all. But I'm telling you, not being able to provide for my children the way I was provided for, I was a broken woman. I felt less than. I did not know what else I could do because my skill set, although I am very skilled, I was not willing to drive like I did when I was younger. I was not willing to drive 2 hours just to get to work, to be on the road 4 hours. So I was not willing to commute just so I could make more money. Didn't want to miss time with my children, did not want to be on the clock. So when my children had activities, I would not be able to engage with them. Now, although I was a sour mama, I was a present mama. And again, my girls have had to remind me of some of the things they encountered with me. Because first and foremost, that was not my personality. That was not who I was. Some of the ways I acted was because I was under so much financial pressure. So when I tell you that I serve everybody, but my laser focus is for women. Because y'all all know, everybody knows if a mama is jacked up, everybody in that house is jacked up. There will be no peace, there will be no happiness, there will be nothing that is stable in that house if that mama is not stable. So I'm going to go. Now, the man all day, every day, he is the head of that household. And if y'all don't appreciate me saying that, I'm so sorry. That is what I believe, and I stand firmly on that. But when there is not a man in the house, or if a man is falling down on his duty, somebody's got to pick up that slack. And the mama is never, ever, ever going to lay down that responsibility. So when you are doing everything you know to do and it's still not enough, it takes you to a level of being pissed off that is hard to bounce back from. Ask me how I know. I know because I lived it for 32 years. And I had my little board right here because I wanted to tell y'all and take y'all on my journey. But I couldn't figure out how to get the phone to display this the right way, so the words were backwards. I'll figure it out one day. But again, from 1991 to 2023, out of the 10 jobs I had during that span, not one of those jobs paid me enough to make ends meet. Y'all, my journey was title pawns, payday loans, pawning my jewelry, borrowing from my family. I even came up with the brilliant notion of filing a chapter 13. Those are methods I use to supplement my income because the income I was bringing in from my 9 to 5 was just not enough. So I was reaching for any and every solution so I could supplement my income, so I could keep the things that I had. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Peachy. So I could keep everything I had and still manage as best I could. So if there is a family, I'm going to say a family. Yes, my focus is on women because I'm a woman and I know how to nourish and pour into other women. But bottom line, I do not want any families at all going through what my family went through. We weren't trying to live the life of luxuries. We were just trying to make ends meet. There was one time I paid all the bills up front. I got paid once a month. So I paid the big bills up front. Ray was responsible for the other bills. I'm not going to even get into what jacked up the funds, but there was a solid month. When I say a solid month, I mean a solid month. Sunday through Saturday, every single day, we were eating at my grandmother's home. She lived up the street from us. But because I had taken care of the big bills and Ray was supposed to handle everything else, he couldn't. So our only alternative, we weren't going to go without. Thank God. Thank God for my village. Because when I couldn't, they could. And I did not want to live that way, but I was not going to let my children suffer because I couldn't provide. But again, that feeling, that condition, that being your reality will break you. I know because it broke me. I hate that I'm missing times and moments in my life because I blocked it out. People don't realize what financial struggles can literally do to your body, and it can get so bad that you cannot bounce back. If my struggle, if what I've been through can reach somebody and bring them out of that, if I can stop that downward spiral, let me stop it. Please let me help you. And hubby told me, y'all, I got allergies. I ain't crying. Hubby told me that somebody asked him about what I did, and he was like, I don't know what she does. I know it has something to do with digital marketing. And y'all, I apologize if I have not been clear, because I know I will go to taking you to the tools. I will hone in on this is how we do it. This is how you can make money. This is how you can build your own business, your own online business. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Jackie. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Pleasure. Thank you for joining me. I need to tell y'all more of exactly what this looks like. What this looks like is I teach you how to earn extra income online, period, point blank. So if you have a talent, we're going to take that talent and turn that talent into income for you. If you have a passion, I can teach you how to take that passion and turn it into profit. That's exactly what I do. The tools and the skills I have learned, I had no idea that this was a thing. In 2022, when I was following those other content creators, it, from the time I started, I have my little notebook. Well, it's not out now because I don't need it. But my little yellow notebook, I was writing down everything they were saying. I'd go by each video and I'd take bits and pieces, and I'm trying to follow these ladies. They were exceptional. They were making the dollars. So I'm like, okay, let me hone in on what they're doing. I'm going to learn from them. I'm going to learn how to make money online. If they can, I can. So I literally showed up every day. I would spend about 3 hours. When I got home on the on the weekend, I belonged to them. I would sit there and I would take notes, try my best to follow them. They would say they use this particular platform. I'd go to that platform and try to learn about it. The bad thing is, I could not. Oh my God, Bethany just knocked me off Facebook. I hope I'm back. The bad thing is, while I was taking notes, while I was trying to do the things they were doing, I just couldn't comprehend. This was such a foreign place to me. And for me, I could not comprehend anything they were saying. I thought I was. And then when I tried to implement all that I had written on my notes, I was just as lost on day 837. Yeah, y'all heard that right. I followed these women for 837 days. I was just as lost on day 837 as I was on day one, because I'm taking all of these notes. I'm showing up. I'm doing all of the things. Hey, Fig. Hey, Shan. Okay. I'm doing all of the things that I can to learn what it is they're doing to create these digital products and earn this income online. So here I am trying to follow them. And y'all, I felt so defeated. I have never in my life tried to learn something and never been able to learn it. I'm telling you, never in my life. So I'm trying to follow them. And I was defeated because I'm like, I can't even figure out what it is I'm supposed to be doing. They're telling me how they're creating digital products. I'm trying to follow them. It's not working for me. So yeah, I left there frustrated, just like I did over those 17 side hustles I had from 1991 through 2022 actually was when I dropped my last side hustle. But I'm sitting here trying to figure out what else can I do to bring in income, because at that time I had gone from supplementing my income, adding extra money to cover the things my regular 9 to 5 would not cover. I had gone from the title pawns, the payday loans, the pawn and jewelry, filing chapter 13s, thank you, Jesus, borrowing from family, blowing up my credit card debt. I had gone from those methods to refinancing my home twice. I got a HELOC on my home once. And then, of course, there goes the credit card debt. It starts climbing again because I had to have something. There was no, oh, I'm just going to think that it's going to get better and it's going to get better. No, I had to do something to cover those bills that my regular 9 to 5 income could not cover. So that is why in 22, I decided to start looking for another way to earn extra money. And I was not going to leave my job and go clock in for somebody else. Y'all, I ain't able. I am not able. I'm here to tell you now. When it's my time, I need that to be my time. So I went online because I can sit here just like I'm doing with y'all, hanging out with the people. I can sit here with y'all. And if I want to turn and watch TV, if I want to just listen to some music, if I want to grab my Bible and start reading it, I can do that. Because if you're earning income online, you're pretty much doing it on your time and your terms. So that's what I was looking for. I was not looking forward to going clocking in at another establishment, working for another office, cleaning somebody's building, or cleaning up somebody's home, or babysitting somebody's children, all the things that I could have possibly done to earn extra money. I'm telling you right now, I would have been in the same exact position as I was from 91 to 2022 with the extra side hustles that never made a dent in my debt. So in 2024, my sweet cousin, who is the queen of MLM, she sent me a video. There she is, and she just popped on here. Mwah. Hey, my Nelly. When she sent me a video, and y'all, I had it for 3 weeks. She was like, girl, you got to watch this. And I'm thinking, now, Nelly, I ain't getting into no more MLM. I'm not selling another thing. I can't do it. I ain't made for that. I don't have that talent. Even though I did love Taba. Oh my God, we had such a ball. But I did put it off. I did not look at it. And I said, okay, I will. And she texted me one more time and she said, girl, have you looked at it yet? It's just like getting a college degree. And I'm like, wait a minute now. Hey, Z, I'm going, oh, hold on. Anyway, I'm like a college degree. I had also thought about going back to school to get my master's degree, and I would have been 58 when I went back, and I didn't want to do that either. So I was kicking and screaming, thinking I was going to have to go back to school. So when I looked at the video she sent, when I sat down, took the time and looked at the video she sent, with it, I'm going to say less than 5 minutes. I always say within 3 minutes. Hey, Sapphire. But in less than 5 minutes, I looked at that, and y'all, it rested right here on my chest. I was so excited and so enthused about this opportunity. I had no idea what it was. I know it said something about digital marketing. But when I saw that about digital marketing, I'm thinking these digital billboards that you see on the highway, you see on the streets. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm like, okay, I've created a digital marketing campaign for a business before. We did their billboard. We had the whole campaign. It was a wonderful campaign. So, okay, I guess that's what I'll be doing. When I actually paid attention. No, and then I texted her back and I said, I'm in. And she was like, there ain't no way. There is no way you have watched that entire video. I said, I did not have to. This is me. This will work for me. This is my future. I had that much confidence in something I absolutely knew nothing about. I didn't have to know anything about it because it fit me. I had been praying, y'all. And when I say praying, I had been praying to find something to bring in extra money. That's where I was because I knew I couldn't keep increasing my credit card debt. I did not want to have to refinance my house again. I just didn't. And I'm thinking, what else am I going to do? And like I said, I refuse to go clock in for somebody else and work for someone else. I started looking online because I wanted to work for myself. I wanted to build my own business. So in September of 24, she dropped that in my lap. I purchased on September 16th. I purchased an educational training program. This is literally an educational platform. It is a training program. It teaches you the skills that are very diverse. They are in any industry. I don't care what industry you are in. I don't care if you have a brick and mortar business. What we learn is how to promote. We learn how to launch, grow, scale, expand your business online. Digital marketing is online promotions, just like you see a commercial on TV. You don't know what somebody is selling. You don't know what new product has come out. You don't know what new medication is on the market and what that medication is designed to treat, although it's probably going to kill you. But I digress. We ain't going to talk about medication. That's not what this is, but we can. Anyway, the way you know that something is available, the way you know somebody has a new service, the way you know somebody has a new dress, a new house design, a new car, a new anything, an old anything, the way you are made aware is that you watch that commercial on TV. That's what this is. But they pay a whole heap of money when they put that commercial on TV. When I created that digital campaign for a business, it was $3,800 a month that was paid. When you use digital marketing, you do all of your marketing, you're promoting, you're introducing yourself to people who are looking for whatever it is you're offering. You do every bit of that online. And the beauty of it is you do it all for free. So I learned the skills to, first of all, launch a business, how to just start my business, whatever that business was going to be. I learned how to launch a business. Then I learned the tedious digital marketing skills you don't really know is a skill, like classified ads. I know how to create classified ads for free. I do not pay for any ads. My first customer, when I joined this business, I was on TikTok and I did classified ads, did not pay a dime. 11 days after I launched my business, I got my first customer from the Netherlands. That's yet another beautiful aspect of digital marketing. You're not relegated to your city, your state, your country. You are worldwide. I am a global business owner. Yes, I am. I paid for my training program, which was our $900 Legacy Builders program. I paid on a payment plan. So I had 4 installments to pay on this training program. When I made my first sale, it was made before my second payment was due. So I was already in profit mode before I had paid for my program. And that's just it. So I sell a training program, but it is so much more than teaching you the skills to have a business, to build a business online, to promote your business online. And like I said, does somebody have a question? It went too fast. I am so sorry, y'all. I promise I'm going to pay attention. I promise I'm going to pay attention. Okay. So, with digital marketing, all you're doing is promoting your business. So, the skills we learn, like I said, I don't care if you have a brick and mortar business, if you have a bakery. I created a campaign for a woman because her son saw my shirt. I created a campaign for this woman. We got on a Zoom call for 12 minutes. Y'all, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, for real, for real. When I got my first sale, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just talking to this woman. She is a caterer and she has a bakery in Kennesaw. She quit her job. Her dream has been to have a bakery. That's what she wanted to do. So she bet on herself. The problem was she was getting a whole lot of more catering assignments than she was getting people coming in her to her bakery. Plus, she sold frozen items so she could ship them and they would be fresh as soon as somebody followed her instructions. So she had absolutely no idea how to market her business. Yeah, she was getting ready to go and pay those big dollars. And her son was like, "My mom just did this. Can you help her? Can you tell her some things?" At that point, oh Lord, I don't even remember. I'll have to go back and watch the video. At this point in time, I can't remember how long I'd actually been doing it. And I'm like, sure, I can. So we spoke. We were on a Zoom call for 12 minutes. And I was doing this as a service. I was serving this woman. She was not a customer of mine. I did this to help her, to serve her, to give her guidance. So I'm sitting there and we're talking 12 minutes. My phone, wherever my phone is, it did a zzz, like when you get a payment in. It didn't do the cha-ching for Cash App. It did a payment in because I think hers may have gone to PayPal. I can't remember where it went. But for 12 minutes. Bottom line is I spent 12 minutes on Zoom with this lady. She paid me $75. And I'm like, right, I'm not charging you for this. And she said, what you just gave me, I've been talking to friends. I've been talking to real estate agents who have been in business for years. And I'm like, how am I supposed to promote my business? I gave her a teeny tiny nugget on how she can draw her customers. You gift to people in order for them to start trusting you. You need to create a relationship with your customer base. Whatever it is you're wanting to do, let people know you serve them. You are here to serve them. It's no game, it's no gimmick. You need to genuinely serve your people. That's something I was taught in this training program. We are taught how to bring our customers to us. I don't cold call. I don't reach out to friends and family. I'm not DMing anybody. I'm not trying to reach strangers to build my business. We are taught how to create the appropriate content to bring our customers to us. That's what we do. And again, the skills we learn, and I'm not going to say they're common sense skills because I had never heard of any of this. But not only do we learn the skills, if you are with me, I don't know if y'all can tell that there's been a little shift in my content, but I have a personal coach now, someone who has made over 800K in this business with this very program. I got on here all willy nilly. I got on talking to everybody, but it was my vision for where I was going. So I have a mentor. He is my mentor, he is my coach. And because I have paid for his service, anybody who comes on board with me, you get that service for free. I will continue to be in his community because I need to constantly be just poured into. I need my mind expanded. If somebody has experienced that kind of success, they apparently know what they're doing. So I want to be connected to someone who knows what they're doing. And I'm going to do that all day, every day. But again, if you're just jumping in, my name is Sandra, and my heart is to reach women who have been completely broken by the stress and overwhelm of financial pressures, how to teach them, or I teach them how to make income not tied to a boss or a job, income outside of a salary cap or an hourly wage. That is what I do. I'm laser focused now. I help everybody. I will help anyone who needs my assistance. But I reach out specifically to, and quite candidly, my content is pretty much tailored toward women because I was that broken woman. I was the broken woman who just could not get ahead. I never had enough. I always had to rob Peter to pay Paul. I always had to borrow from family. At one particular time, my family was paying my rent. My family was paying my car note because the only thing my salary, after somebody decided to cut my hour, a company I worked for 9 years, they decided that new people came in, They decided that they were going to shift everything, and I decided, oh no, they decided they were going to shift everything. This is what it looks like when you don't control your income. They decided they were going to rearrange exactly how our office moved. So I was taken from full time to part time. And I'm like, wait, what? I could not plead my case. I could not ask for a different position. It's like, no, you will work from 8 till 12. And whatever that girl's name is, she will come in and work from 1 to 5. So I went home on a Friday. When I got there on that Monday, that's exactly what I was told. I could not, seriously, I was called into the director's office and he basically said, this is happening and you need to leave at 12 o'clock today. So the first person I called, I did not call my mom. I did not call my grandmother. I did not call my grandfather. That would have been, listen, that wouldn't have been pretty. I called the Department of Family and Children Services because I knew in that moment I could no longer support my girls. I was going to need government assistance. I ain't ashamed to say it. Yes, I was on government assistance because that's what I needed at the time. Wasn't too proud, ain't never been too proud if it makes my family work. And again, as long as it's legal, Sandra's going to do it. You best believe Sandra is going to do it. I had no idea what this was getting ready to look like. My salary was cut in half over a weekend. No warning. And see, y'all, that is exactly what can happen when somebody else controls the money that comes into your household. So I don't want any other woman, I don't want any other family. Let's be clear. I don't want any other family to wake up and everything has shifted and is shaken. The economy we're living in, we don't know if we're going to go to bed with gas at $4.52 a gallon or $15.27 a gallon. We just don't know. And why don't we know? Because that's not something that's in our control. So it is my heart, it is my mission to reach as many people as I can to get them in a position to generate income. They do control whatever that looks like. If they just need an extra $500. Y'all, I'm going to get into our programs. The training programs we sell are 100, 300, 600, 900, and $1,400. Whichever level you come in on, whatever program you purchase, whatever training program you purchase, with every program you learn a few more skills. You get deeper into this digital marketing sphere. You also learn AI. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about AI. Everybody has their own opinion. But in these programs, in our training programs, and in our community, we are taught advanced. And now you have the introduction, as everybody needs, but we're taught advanced AI skills. And I'm going to tell everybody, I wouldn't be afraid that AI is going to take my job. What I would be afraid of if I don't learn the skills to move and manage with AI, that's how I'm going to lose my job. So I'm just saying, we have tailorized training for AI. We learn UGC. We learn how to create our own digital products. I have a digital store. Hey, Zaria, we have, hey, King Vaughn, I know you. Um, I've learned how to create my own digital products. I've learned how to create my own community. I've learned how to generate additional income streams without having to do anything. I literally have to do nothing. When you create your own digital products, you create that product one time. You have your store that houses your product, and people just start buying whatever it is. You meet a need, people purchase that product. Those are the things I've learned in this community, in this building. Had absolutely no idea. Like I said, I followed 3 content creators for 837 days. In those 837 days, not one digital product did I make because I didn't know what I was doing. And had I made it, I wouldn't have known how to house it. I wouldn't have known how to market it. I would not have known how to reach my perfect customer or my audience because I know I would have created a particular product, but how would I have marketed that product. Those are the things we learn within our community. And with our $100 program, you garner one income stream. We have master resale rights to these programs. So whatever we purchase, we can then share the training with someone else. They can purchase it, learn the skills. They can share the program with someone else. Then they can purchase it. This is not multi-level marketing. I do not build teams. I get 100% profit of any person I sell to. That money is mine. The work that I do is reflected in my bank account. So I don't have to worry about having to purchase products each month because I've got to make a particular what is it when you have to keep buying products so you can remain a part of the company. I don't have to do that. I spent money on my product one time. I upgraded to the $1,400 training program because I wanted to have my programs available in English and in Spanish. We're talking about a whole group that I may not have been able to connect with before because I didn't have a Spanish laced program. Now I do. So instead of the 4 income streams with legacy builders, which is what I had when I first joined the business, I now have 10 because I've got all those programs in English and I have all of those programs in Spanish. But again, this is basically a training program. It teaches you how to launch, grow, scale, completely build your business in this digital space. You learn how to communicate with others so that whatever it is you're selling, um, I'm sorry, y'all. A coach shares a personal story to help women control their income. Oh, wow. Wow, there's an AI summary on it. That just blew my mind. That see, that's that's the benefit of AI. I know some people are like, I don't like AI, but right there, this AI just literally did a summary of this live. I didn't have to type that in there. AI is typing and pushing that out for me. So that those are the things that we are learning. We are learning how to build our business with or without AI. We're learning how to build our customer base. And y'all, I got to say one other thing. You don't spend a whole lot of time building this. I enjoy what I'm doing. I actually love what I'm doing. This is my breather. But our business is automated. So you get into our funnel. I for anybody who decides to go onto my capture page, go onto my website, you drop your email and you will get the blueprint that literally brought me out of that 837-day funk and put me on the path to earning income online. I'm, when I got that first $900 sale, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. This really working. This really working. I was in that moment just following step by step what I was introduced to in the community, in our training modules, and what our blueprint tells us to do on a daily basis. You literally do not have to go through the struggle. This is not the hustle and the grind. This is literally teaching you how to build an online business so you can reach the masses. My first customer, y'all, me and my little country self here in the South, my first customer was from the Netherlands. There is no way if how else would I have reached that person? And we don't have the same cable system. I mean, if we're I don't know, I wouldn't have had the money to pay for an actual commercial to be on streaming. So the fact that I could do content, I could create content, or I could create a classified ad and share this information with somebody. They found value, they decided to make a move, and they purchased this program. Hey, hubby wubby, I see you. I hope I can invite. Vernetta said I needed to do service plus. It's not letting you come on, baby. You can. Okay, it said invitation sent. But anyway, y'all, learning the skills that have shifted my entire outlook. I did not know what I was going to do when I retired. I did know that I did not want to have to work for somebody else. I did not want to put in 17 years at this job and get to a space where I'm 62 years old and have to go work for somebody else. Like I said, I retire in 2 years. Things just got real, real. When I joined this, I had almost 4 years before I retired. But now thinking about, it's less than 2 years. So the comfort that I have with my current salary, I won't have that anymore, because if I'm no longer working, I'm no longer going to get that salary. So I've got to find something that will keep me out of that nastiness I was in before, turning me into that creature I used to be, because of the stress and overwhelm of not having enough. I was trying to carry a life that my money was nowhere near capable of carrying. So I had to look for other options. I had to look for other resources. And that right there was enough to take me out. Y'all, the pressure and the burden that it did to my body, to my mind, to my spirit. I don't want any other family to have to deal with that ever. Um, so yeah, the very beginning, talking about, let's talk about control, and y'all are jumping in. So for anyone who has jumped in, my name is Sandra, and I have a passion and a mission for teaching women how to earn income online, how to build a business, how to be self-sufficient and not relying on an employer, not relying on another person, to literally take matters into their own hands and build income they control. And how can I say building income they control? Because they decide on their time and their terms when they work, how hard they work, how dedicated and committed they are, and exactly how far they want to go. You get your mind right, the sky's the limit. You just have to believe in yourself. You've got to have the tools. So, what I'm giving you are the tools to make you soar. You don't have to be out there on that island for 837 days, lost and confused and defeated and feeling worse than you were when you started, because you still had no direction. You had no leadership. You had no guidance. You did not know what to do. In this community, not only do we have the training platforms that teach you step by step, I cannot stress that enough. They teach you step by step exactly what to do in every area. And not only do you learn you learn the skills for a digital business, these skills are transferable in any industry. I don't care if you're a dentist, if you're a chiropractor, if you're a truck driver, if you have your own trucks and you're trying to expand your business. You can communicate with so many people, especially if you're an interstate driver. You can communicate and build your business because now you're reaching more people, and you don't have to worry about paying for ads to reach these people. You don't have to get an ad on a billboard in Michigan with you standing outside your truck grinning, saying, if you got a haul, I can haul it for you. No, you get on, you create your website. Working for us to sell these digital products, you get a pre-built website. You literally don't have to have any experience in this business. We teach you everything. Everything is handed to you, tailorized for you by you. You just put in your own personal information. You put in your own personal photos. You certainly put in your story, because your people need to get to know you. People are not going to purchase from you. They're not going to trust you if they don't get to know you. Y'all, I have nothing to hide. It is my mission to make sure I reach and I get as many women as I possibly can. Because I said it one time, I'm going to say it again. If mama is jacked up, the entire family is jacked up. If you find a woman who is healthy, happy, and whole, that's going to bleed into her entire family. That's going to bleed into anything she touches. So I want to make sure families are whole. I'm going to teach you these skills. We're going to hit it. We're going to hit it hard. We will know exactly what to do on a daily basis with every piece of content you create. Even if you see somebody on the outside with your mark, however you want to get it done, we will show you how to get it done. You're not in this alone. You don't make the decision to join and then somebody say, all right, I'll see you. No, like I said, you join with me, you get your own mentor. And it's not me. Oh, I'm making money. But I'm far from the 800,000. You get your own mentor. You get your coach. You're a part of a community that nurtures you. You get live interactive training. You get to be a part of a community that is worldwide. When I tell you we are worldwide, there is not one continent that there is not representation from the digital growth community. There is not one content that is not represented by the digital growth community. This program is changing lives. A young man gave his testimony yesterday, and I'm like, I'm driving, wanting to get out the car and just holler. He was saying he was a math teacher, and he's from Kenya, math teacher. He would go to work. His daughter was in bed when he left the house. When he got back home from his workday, his daughter was asleep. She was 3 years old when things changed for that family. He would only get to see her on Sundays. That's it. He would get to see her on Sundays. And when she turned 3, somewhere he found this program. It landed in his lap, pretty much like mine did. No, he was scrolling. He said he was scrolling and saw it on Facebook. And in 5 months, in 5 months, he quit his job as a math teacher. He had made more in 5 months to sustain his entire family, kept going, grew his business even more, bought his mom a house. Their entire family has changed because he made a decision to bet on himself. He made a decision that there had to be more than what he was given. There has to be more than relying on one paycheck that somebody can snatch away at you if they sneeze. When you work for somebody else, and I told y'all, I love my job. I'm going to keep working for that job until I turn 62 and I retire. Adore my job. But the feeling of knowing that right now I've got this that I'm building. And in 2 years, this is no longer going to be my plan B. This is my plan A. And I am building it. I am confident in it. I've made money in it. I'm not going to stop. If I had not made a dime, I would wonder if this really works. But because of the amount I've made, I don't question this. I don't question whether or not it's real. I don't question whether or not it's doable for me. I've proven it. I have proven it. So, all of y'all, I thank y'all for joining me. Again, my mission is to reach as many women as I possibly can. I'm going to build up the families, but if that mama is whole, that whole family is made whole. And you don't get too old, children. I was in my 40s ish and 50s still needing help from grandmom and granddaddy and my mom. And it feels so good, y'all. I got to say this before I get out of here. I never ever thought that I would be able to show up for my girls the way mama, daddy, and my mama showed up for me. I never thought I would experience that feeling. But because my cousin thought enough of me to share an opportunity, it's changed. I'm not worried one bit. If it weren't for health reasons, y'all, me and them children would be out there in them streets. I have made renovations in my house, things that I've been needing to do since we moved out here, things that needed to be done 14 of the 15 years that we've been out here. I just never could afford it. But y'all knowing that when I make a decision, when an appliance breaks, it gets on my nerves, it pisses me off. I do not like it. But you best believe I go straight to the store or I go online, I order that thing and it's delivered and installed. The old one is taken away. Back in the day, I would have done that and it would have taken me 3 or 4 years to pay off whatever that appliance is. So I got my front steps done. I got a brand new purchased patio furniture that is really, really nice. I got brand new flooring. So many things. And y'all, that's not minor. That is major for me because I know it was this. It was my work. It was the opportunity that I decided to take because I believed in myself. That taught me, yeah, you can do this. And when I did it within 11 days of joining this business, there was no turning back for me. There was absolutely no turning back for me. Okay, TikTok, I gotta drag the puzzle. Whoops! I gotta drag the puzzle, please. Peace. Hold on, children. I'm gonna keep talking. Facebook and YouTube, but I'm trying. Did it fit? Oh, whoop whoop. Okay, it said my live is gonna end in 4 minutes or something. So I'm wrapping this up. But if anybody has any questions, my website is makemoneyyoucontrol.com. Real easy because I'm helping you, I'm teaching you. You will certainly learn how to make money you control. We ain't playing no games with other folk. Anybody doing that? Time is out. Our government is shaky. The economy is shaky. We don't know the advent of AI. We don't know what's going on, but y'all learn to take matters into your hands. If it has to be small, just start. I don't care. Our $100 program. You get the $100 program, you at least get access to a booklet with 200 digital product ideas. We give you those ideas. We tell you if you have this skill. I always love the idea of a photographer or a music teacher. A music teacher can learn these skills and not only teach people music in the what is this? In person. In person. They can also do those lessons online. So you're not relegated to right here in your city. You can have an online tutorial for your students, still making money, still growing, still doing whatever it is you choose to do. And you absolutely are not boxed in. You go as far as you decide to go. Nobody determines that when you are in this digital space. Your elevation literally is limitless. So, again, my name is Sandra. I thank everybody who joined me today. Y'all, this has been so much fun. I laser focus on helping women build income they control because there's absolutely no way that any woman should be dependent on one employer, one paycheck, one income stream. You diversify your options. Make the commitment that you're not going to leave your financial well-being in somebody else's hands. Y'all, we bigger than that. We're better than that. We are stronger than that. You don't let the government dictate what comes to you. There are service. You know what? I'm not going to do that, y'all, because yes, I am. There are services that have been cut from people who desperately needed them for that money to go somewhere else. Where did it go? I don't know. But I know people have lost health care. People have lost food assistance. Well, I am here to reach those people. If you are not having to rely on something that is rightfully yours. Hell yeah, it's rightfully yours. If you get those benefits, you deserve those benefits. So if they have been taken from you, that's because somebody else had the control had the decision, had the ability to make that decision. That's what they controlled. This whole live has been, let's talk about control. We're going to talk about getting our own control, not letting anybody else dictate how we go or whatever it is that goes on in our lives. We have the ability to take control. Take control, y'all. Don't be victim of somebody else who just decided you were either expendable or whatever benefits you were getting to sustain your life, they needed to go somewhere else for whatever reason. So what we're going to do is make sure we are generating income outside of either government assistance, outside of that 9 to 5 paycheck, outside of if you're getting child support, outside of the child support. Bottom line is we're going to make sure we start generating income that can't be hit by somebody else's decision. I don't care what that decision is. You make the decision to put yourself first. You make the decision to bet on you. You make the decision that nobody is going to have the ability or the authority to shake your household, not without a fight. So you start building that income you control. Make money you control is the website. Make money you control.com is the website. Y'all follow me. Subscribe to my channel. This is YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. Facebook over here, y'all follow me. TikTok over here, y'all follow me. When I go live, I'm gonna go live more often because I love this. I have enjoyed y'all. Hey Mort, hey look Aaron, hey y'all, hey. I have really enjoyed y'all. And I hope I have given you information to make the decision that you're better than whatever situation or circumstance you are in. You can overcome that with our program, with our training programs. We're teaching you how to build a business online, how to reach the masses, how to reach your potential customer, because you're speaking to whatever their need is, whatever it is they're looking for, whatever it is their desire. And y'all, I'm telling you, man, I cannot wait until I start digging in deeper with teaching women, teaching everybody, teaching people how to take their passion and turn it into a profit. But y'all need to always remember, I'm about service. We're not about taking advantage of anybody. If you have a passion for something, my sweet thing right there, y'all, she got some lotion. I got my last little bit over there, and it removes all kind of toxins and pains and all kind of things from your body. That's her passion. Her passion is helping people get healed. Her passion is helping people live better lives. So she has turned her passion into profit. That doesn't mean she does not care about the people. She's turned that passion, she's sharing her gift with people. That's how she's turned it into profit. If didn't nobody buy it, that would mean there's nobody out there needing it. But because she is constantly selling, there's a need that's being met. She is serving the masses. People are feeling a whole lot better, and they're doing it naturally, not with the synthetics. They're doing it naturally. So that's what I'm talking about. You take whatever you're passionate about. I can teach you how to turn it into a business and not just serve you and your house, but to serve the world, especially if you're promoting it digitally, because there is no stop for it having to be in your city, your state, or your country. You're worldwide. You are a global business owner. Y'all go out there and serve the people. If you have a skill, a talent, a passion, whatever, let's be about service, y'all. Okay? Again, the website, makemoneyyoucontrol.com. Drop your email. You will get a copy of the blueprint I use to start building an online business. The blueprint I use to clear up the clutter. The blueprint I use that totally got rid of every bit of frustration I had and allowed me to believe I could do it, and I did it. And I'm going to continue to do it. Go to my website, makemoneyyoucontrol.com. Leave your email. You will immediately get my blueprint. Check your spam, because I would not have sent an email to you before. So check your spam. And if you have any questions, y'all reply back to that email. I literally respond to everybody, every email I get. You best believe I take the time. I respond to you. I have my phone set so I get an alert whenever something comes in. And that baby alerts me quickly. So if you have any questions, please leave it on this live if you can. It's only going to last for 30 days on Facebook, and 30 days on TikTok. It's on YouTube forever. But y'all, all of my handles are Build with Sandra. Saundra. Build with Sandra. So you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. And I think I'm on Instagram. I think that's all. I think that's it. But if y'all have any questions, please, please, please ask your questions. Y'all make sure you subscribe or follow me. Engage with me if you have questions about anything. I am so happy to answer them. Y'all, we got to get in a place where we are in control of our own destiny. Don't let nobody dictate what you can and cannot do. That's on you. So I'm wrapping this up. If I have questions, I promise you I will answer them all. I thank everybody. Y'all so good to me. You're so good to me. Thank y'all for joining me. Y'all take good care. I'm going to see y'all again tomorrow. It ain't going to be the same bat time, but it's going to be the same bat channel. I just aged myself, but that's all right. Y'all figure it out. Google it. All right. Love y'all. Mwah. Love y'all. Mwah. Love y'all too. Mwah. Thank y'all for joining me. Bye.